Hello and welcome to the Tottenham America channel. Today we will be reacting to Saudi Arabia's 2-1 loss to Mexico in Group C, as this was a big needed win for Mexico, but they weren't able to do it because of goal differential in the end. So both teams in this clash are out of the World Cup in the group stage, but nonetheless it was still a very, very exciting game.
Starting off with the timeline of the goals in the match. Starting off 2 minutes after the break in the 47th minute, when Henry Martin opened the scoring for Mexico and gave them the lead. A great corner was curled in by Luis Chavez when it was flicked on to where Henry Martin could not miss. And that was a lovely goal that Mexico scored to open the scoring. And then followed by an even more sensational goal in the 52nd minute. Just 5 minutes later, Luis Chavez had a opportunity from a free kick, probably about 30 yards outish, maybe a little less. And he struck it beautifully with his left foot to the near post, where Alaves could not reach it, and it was a superb goal to give Mexico their second of the night and give them hope for qualifying for the round of 16.
Considering the Argentina score, Mexico needed one more, or they needed Poland to concede one more for them to go through to the knockouts. That didn't happen, but they did end up conceding in the 90-plus 5th minute. Salem Al-Dosari took Mexico's chance of reaching the last 16 away. He played a lovely 1-2 with Babir and had a one-on-one with Ochoa where he just chipped it right past him and into the back of the net. And Mexico's night that was so close to glory ended in a little bit of pain for the North Americans. It was a very tight match.
Yeah, very tight. Mexico put a lot of passion into this match. Both of their goals that they scored were beauties, and they did everything that they could. It was just that one goal that they were searching for that they didn't get, and that one goal they conceded late in the game. If Mexico did not concede that last goal, then Mexico and Poland would have been tied on goal differential, and Poland would have gone through because of the fair play rule. The only time the fair play rule was enforced was actually last World Cup in 2018 when Japan edged over Senegal because they had less yellow cards.
Yeah. So that's why Mexico needed at least a 3-0 win, or they needed Poland to lose 3-0. None of those happened, with Poland losing 2-0 to Argentina and Mexico winning 2-1. Nonetheless, a great performance from Mexico. They were dominating the game completely. The Luis Chavez goal was absolutely ridiculous. It was from miles out, probably even past the halfway line of the attacking half of the pitch. It was beyond that. So it was beautifully struck, probably one of the goals of the tournament. And Mexico did really all they could to get this next goal, but they just weren't able to. Saudi Arabia getting that all-important goal at the end, which meant that Mexico basically lost hope. But as I said before, both of these teams are out of the competition because of their points amount. Saudi Arabia gave us a real treat in the first game, but really weren't able to do much else in this tournament, were they? They beat Argentina, but really the other two did not live up to the same. Mexico played okay against Poland, not a great performance against Argentina, and then they won here, but it wasn't enough to get over Poland. So that was how this match finished.
You can tell this group was very close. It was only one win, one set of 3 points separating 4th and 1st place in this group. Mexico and Poland both tied on 4 points. It looked like Saudi Arabia had a chance of qualifying for the knockout stages when they beat Argentina in that shocking win that they had in their first match of the World Cup this year. But it turned out to be a way closer group than expected.
Yeah. So in the end, this is how Group C finishes. Argentina lead on 6 points. Poland on 4. Mexico losing out to them on 4 points as well, but with a -1 goal differential. And Saudi Arabia only getting 1 win on 3 points. We're going to move now to our predictions for the next round of World Cup final day matches as Group E and Group F finish up their matches, starting with the games in the morning. A big one, Croatia versus Belgium, where Belgium must win to have a chance of going through to the next round. Same with Croatia.
Yeah, so here I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be I'm going to say a 3-all draw, a goal fest. Belgium, if they draw and Morocco lose, it is enough for them to get into the knockout stage. But if Morocco win or they draw, then Morocco will go ahead of Belgium, which will be a huge shock. But then there's Canada, who Morocco are playing, and that could possibly be an easy game. Canada already out of the competition, so it's very likely that Belgium could go home early from the World Cup.
Just like the other shocks we've seen this year with Denmark and with Uruguay. The other Group F match is a match between Canada, who have already been eliminated, and Morocco. I'm going to go and say Morocco, who have looked very good this World Cup. I'm going to go and say they got a 1-0 win here. Canada just playing for the pride. Really nothing else, as they can't get back into the qualification for the next round. But I think Morocco can win here.
Yep, I also think Morocco can win here. I think they can win by 1 goal as well, 1-0. Canada have only scored 1 goal this competition. I don't see so far their attack being that strong. Their clinicalness of scoring goals hasn't been great this World Cup. Their ratio to goals scored and the amount of chances they had, especially against Belgium, was terrible for them. And Morocco had a great performance against Belgium to get that 2-0 win against them to put them above Belgium in the table. So I think Morocco can get the job done and shock Belgium and make them go home early.
The other matches will be in the afternoon. Costa Rica versus Germany in Group E. Germany have to win to get a chance of qualifying. Same with Costa Rica. But I think Germany will prevail. They've got the quality. I'm going to say a 2-0 win here.
I'm going to say a 3-1 win for Germany here against Costa Rica. And I think they will get the job done. But it depends what Spain and Japan, what the result of that match is. And if that result goes their way and they win against Costa Rica, then Germany will be through. And I think that Germany can get the job done and get into the knockout stage of the World Cup.
And the last match of the day will be between Spain and Japan. Again, Spain and Japan will have to each win to get through to the next round of the knockout stages. Spain should win to confirm their place. Same with Japan. Otherwise, they risk falling below. So it's a big game for both sides. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Spain.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Spain. Spain have looked so good this World Cup. Decent performance against Germany. Even though they were not on the front foot, their defense looked pretty good. And then they had, of course, an exceptional performance against Costa Rica where they beat them 7-0 in their World Cup opener here in Qatar. But I think Spain will get the job done, top the group, and get into the knockout stage.
Yeah, I think Spain, after their 7-0 demolition of Costa Rica, they look good there. Their Germany game, they were good for the first, 75 minutes. Then they kind of fell apart for the Germany goal. But regardless, I think they can get the win here. But that is it for our projections for the next day of FIFA World Cup matches. Second to last day of group stage matches in the World Cup. If you enjoyed, make sure you smash the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you want to see more World Cup content. Comment down below what your projections are for tomorrow. And until next time.
Come on, you Spurs!